What's up, LNC fam? Welcome back to another video. We're back on the Corvette. Next episode. If you guys haven't seen previous episodes where we got the car, disassembled the car, got the donor car, and all the way to this point, I'll put all the links down in the description so you guys can check it out and be up to date. So in this episode, we're gonna start securing the frame rails completely and get this car over to the paint department. So in the last episode, this is how far we got. We test fitted everything. I removed the old frame rails and replaced them with the new ones. So in this video, we're gonna start securing everything completely, install the radiators, and take this car on our first test drive. But yeah, everything came out super good. Clean gaps everywhere. And looking pretty nice, super happy. So right now, we're gonna remove everything once again, and then we'll start securing the frame rails and installing the radiators. Let's get to work, let the fun begin. So first things first, let's open the hood. So I took the whole front end apart once again, removed both fenders, bumper, hood. So now we could pull the rails once again out. We'll put a binding panel for aluminum, and then we'll slide everything back and start securing. But this is what it looks like. Just removed the frame rails as a whole assembly. So before I start installing that back on the car, I gotta change all of the cooling hoses and metal. They're all bent and damaged. And luckily, we got good ones from the donor car. That's why it's very important sometimes to have a donor car to make your work a lot easier. So we'll replace those right now, and then we'll start installing the frame rails. Just remove this coolant pipes, and see, this one is all bent and it's supposed to be fully round like this one. So we got a new one, so we'll install this guy. We'll install all the AC lines, and then we'll start securing everything. Okay, now we're ready to start securing the frame rails. I whipped out my laser to see where we at, and we're looking pretty good. So I got the laser hooked up to the lower section, and we're even. As you guys could see, we're hitting just the top portion, and same over here. So that means everything is good. Right now we're gonna pull a lot of this bonding adhesive. Gonna spread that everywhere, and then we'll start pushing the rails back into its spot, and with the laser we could level everything out. Just installed the frame rails. So now we'll do our square measurement. If everything is good, we'll start installing the bolts and securing and letting this dry up. And we're almost finished. Okay, I just got the laser set up right in the middle of those spot welds or rivets. And same here, that means Everything is straight and it's looking good. And now let's check our square. Make sure our square is perfectly square. Boom. Boom. So everything's looking pretty good. So next we're gonna start installing the side radiators, the right side and the left side, and we'll go from there. I got some major progress. All the radiators installed, everything is connected, almost ready to start pouring the coolant. The only thing I got left is to put those side pieces. They go over here, connect the rest of the wires. Everything is hanging right here. Connect all of this. And then once we're all done with that, we'll start pouring the coolant. I already got the coolant. We'll mix it up and start pouring and go on our first test drive. Super excited. Okay, here comes the fun part. Just installed everything, so now we can start pouring the coolant. I also threw on the headlights. Just want to double check, make sure they work and I don't have to program or do anything because they're from a different car. I put the wheels already as well, so now we could lower the car, put some coolant and go for a test drive. So right now we're going to do vacuum, make sure I don't have any leaking in the cooling system or anything like that. And then if everything is good, we'll start pouring the coolant. But look at this nice carbon fiber surroundings. Look at that Chevy Corvette engine, very nice. Okay, we're all set. We have no leaks. It holds pressure good. We did fully vacuum. And if you look at the hoses, they're all super skinny. So now we're ready to start pouring the coolant. I'm gonna release this valve very slowly. Boom, here it comes. It's gonna go by quick. Okay, we're all set. Everything is bled. So now let's start the car and warm this bad boy up. Turn the heater, AC up, and now we watch the temperature. Man, this thing is a beast, sounds amazing. Wow, very angry. But yeah, temperature seems to be okay. I think we're pretty set. Just took the top off. Man, it looks really cool without the roof. That's it, we're gonna go on our first test drive. Car is all set. It's not overheating, super excited. So I had to throw the hood on because it's all tripping out and the car wouldn't drive. It's like in a limp mode. And now let's go for our first official test drive. Put her in drive. So far, so good. Not bad, it drives. It sure drives, that's a good feeling. Okay, super happy that it's a driver, so now we could go back to the shop and continue working on the rest of the car. We're back at the shop, so overall the car drives amazing, super happy with everything. Next I want to start working on the side, and let me show you what I'm talking about. Since unfortunately the door got damaged and the quarter, I gotta use different door and quarter. The only thing I gotta do, repair this side panel. This is part of the car, so I'm not gonna be replacing this. This is whole section. and I'm gonna fix this. So right now I want to remove the quarter so I have access to all of this, and we're gonna repair this. This is fiberglass, so for the most part pretty easy repair. And yeah, so that's the plan. I'm gonna remove this lock. Hopefully I have access to get there from the inside, and we're gonna repair this. So right now I want to remove the quarter and kind of free everything around here. So that's the plan. And in order to remove this, I gotta put a jack, lift up the car. There's a couple bolts here. I gotta lose the bumper and pull it back. And then there's a bunch of bolts right on top as well, and then the quarter should come up. Yeah, I gotta remove all of those bolts, all of those as well, so this way we could move the bumper back. And right now I'm gonna remove the rear wheel so I have access to the bolts, and we'll start taking everything apart. Okay, bumper is loose, so now we could pull this back just like this, and this quarter should come off as well. Boom, just like that. And this is what it looks like. I removed this lock as well at the bottom. Remove this cover, so now we could work on this area. Just gotta clean this up, put some fiberglass, because what's nice, it's all fiberglass. Put some fiberglass, little bit of body filler, and it should look as good as new. And whenever you guys are working with fiberglass, you always want to make like a little V-gutter so you could fill that in. For example, where all the cracks, you want to create like a little V-gutter, so this way you have room to fill it in. Clean all the edges, get rid of all the paint, you know. Right now, once I clean everything up, like for example right here, this is pushed in. I'm gonna try to get from the inside, push that out as much as I can. Clean it up, and you know, not just sand it down and apply fiberglass, because then you're gonna create a bump, and we do not need a bump. We want to create a V-gutter to fill everything in, make it strong, and fix everything. So that's the process. Let's continue doing it. Okay, just prepped everything, so now we're ready to start applying fiberglass. So yeah, I pretty much cleaned everything, cleaned all the broken areas, all the channels where all the cracks were. So now we're gonna apply some fiberglass, and we're good to go. And what you wanna do, get this nice and wet and moist to observe all the resin. The more the better. That's why I covered everything, so you're not gonna have any resin on the rest of the body. Actually right here, I want to cover this area. Forgot about this area. Very weird angle, but that's all we gotta work with. Let's try to soak this as much as we can. Get in all the crevices. Okay, now let's start laying our fiberglass sheets. And now let's soak them. And when you put small pieces, it's easier to work with them and penetrate all the resin through the fiber. It's the next day, so everything is dried up and ready to go. We're gonna sand this down, make it all smooth and even, and we'll apply a little bit of body filler. major progress. Fixed the quarter panel and the door. Everything aligns perfect. Everything looks good. Look at it, perfect gaps everywhere. So now we're ready for a primer and paint. I'm gonna remove the quarter and the door. We're gonna paint that separate because I gotta paint the inside of the door as well. We gotta jam this and also paint this section as well. So I'll remove everything so this way we have access to this panel, and we'll paint everything separate. And then I'll reinstall the quarter, the door, fenders. Then we gotta paint everything at once. I still gotta fix this door a little bit. Unfortunately, the fender hit this corner of the door. There's a little blemish right here, little crack. I want to fix this so this way the car gonna be 100% perfect, and then we'll start the painting process. So right now, like I said, we'll remove this primer and then paint everything inside. That's the process. Let's do this. To paint the Corvette. Body work is finished, everything is primered and ready to go. So now we could start the painting process. Andre is already prepping the door, and we're gonna spray it tonight. And then I'm prepping this door as well. This is our donor door that helped out, so we gotta do this one, quarter panel and 2 fenders. And then the hood I bought used, but it was wrapped, and I removed the wrap. They're exactly the same color as mine, perfect, no damage, no nothing. So we're gonna leave the hood original, and then for the final, I still gotta do minor repairs in the bumper. We'll do that later, but right now I want to paint the rest of the car. That's it, got the Corvette inside of the spray booth, full house. I'm just gonna do his magic and then we'll start putting it back together. Excited about this vehicle, finally almost finished. Got major progress, everything is painted and ready to go, so now I can start putting everything back together. This is the quarter panel. We're gonna start with the quarter panel, then I'm gonna install the door. The door is over here, kind of got the parts everywhere spread out. That's the door and both fenders. I wasn't able to record in the spray booth. I wasn't here and Andre pulled the car out before I was able to record, but this is where we at. Now we can start putting everything together and get this car ready to go. So for now, we're gonna end the video here. Stay tuned for the next episode where we're gonna put the car completely together, get it ready for wash and detail, and it's finished and time to enjoy. Thank you guys once again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. До свидания!